sensitive topics, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the official policies or position of Met Radio, Met Media, or Metropolitan State University of Denver. This podcast may include discussions of sensitive or potentially triggering topics. Viewer discretion is advised.
Mature themes. This podcast may contain discussions of mature or sensitive topics that may not be suitable for all audiences. Strategies, suggestions, or opinions shared in this podcast are intended for informational purposes only and do not constitute medical, psychological, or professional advice. Viewers are encouraged to consult a qualified medical professional before acting on any information this podcast may contain. If you are in crisis or need immediate support, please contact a licensed professional or emergency services in your area. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everybody. My name is Livette.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Poli-Pop Talk. Okay. Alrighty, guys, let's get right into it. It has been such a busy couple of weeks with the government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history, with Nancy Pelosi retiring, with historical people being elected into office. There is a lot going on, so we're just going to dive right into our politics section.
Yeah, lots of politics going on in the world nowadays.
Definitely. There's this awkward, I was thinking about it with we'll get into it. Okay, so a couple things with Pelosi, and that'll just remind us. So we're going to do a quick recap. Nancy Pelosi, for people who don't know who that is, we're going to try to focus on people in government and kind of give you a rundown of who they are and why they matter and why they're in the news and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll do that with Nancy Pelosi, and we'll get right into it. I feel like sometimes you get into the game a little bit late as far as being able to understand legislation sometimes. So as far as things that she's done in the past, I'm, I guess, not too familiar with. I think she was the first woman to serve she was the first woman to serve as House or Speaker of the House. So what Speaker of the House is so the legislative branch is made up of the Senate and then representatives. So House of Representatives. And those two, whenever people are talking.
Two big houses.
Exactly. Two big houses. So Senate is whenever people are I'm running for Congress, is when you'll see, that's usually means that they're a senator. So in the Senate. And then whenever somebody's I'm a representative, that more means that they're in the House of Representatives, which is way bigger than the Senate.
A lot bigger.
Yeah, and if you remember that one song, How a Bill Becomes a Law. Do you remember that?
What is that called?
It's literally How a Bill Becomes a Law. We could actually look it up.
School of Rock.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock after school thing, no? Or school special.
Yeah, and after school special type thing. Educational songs. Those were fun.
Oh my gosh, I feel like the lack of that makes me not be able to fully grasp information or retain it, at least.
You want that in your college classes?
I need everything to be a jingle. Because how else? Because you can do call 1-800-588-2300 Empire Today. Exactly. See, and then there's so many more, and then there's that call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
Exactly. So there's
it's my cash and I want it now.
See, I know who to call if I need cash now, but other things I don't know. I don't know all the bones in the body. Do you remember that Hannah Montana episode when she was
I didn't ever watch it. I wasn't allowed as a kid.
Okay, we're at politics section, but we'll get into that. That is crazy. What? Okay, becomes a law. So a bill becomes a law it gets introduced in the Senate, and then it goes into committee, right? So that's when people are debating and talking about the bill, trying to amend the bill. What that big word means is basically fix it or change it or add things to it or withdraw things from it or rewrite wording.
Amend means alterate.
Exactly. So when you hear an amendment.
I don't know why I had to throw that in there.
No, it's way simpler. When I like to find things, I feel like I'm so clean cut, but I'm kind of not. So way better. So anyways, whatever. Congress goes to Congress. Once it passes in Congress, they vote in Congress. It goes to the House of Representatives, and then goes back to the Senate. So Nancy Pelosi is retiring. She's been in office for 20 years. She said she would have been in office for 20, is going to have been in office for 20 years when she retires in 2027. Nancy Pelosi was, I think, the first woman Speaker of the House, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And first woman leader of either of the major parties.
Perfect. Great. So then she was that. So that was pretty historic of her career. A big thing with her is... So Speaker of the House means that she was leading the majority party of the House, which were the Democrats. She's a Democrat, so she leads that party in the House. And basically, she just, like, leads sessions. So the Speaker of the House leads the majority party. The Speaker of the House, I remember, okay, so during January 6th, a lot of people, or even now, people think that Speaker of the House has the power to deploy the National Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't, right? So that's under Title 10, of the United States Code. Title 10 of the United States Code says that proves that the president is the only one that can deploy the National Guard. So if your beef with Nancy Pelosi is about her not doing that on January 6th, you need to find new beef. There's plenty of other ones, but people having that much, like, animosity towards her after January 6th led to her husband being attacked.
Yeah,
with a
in
hammer.
their home.
Yep.
Late at night was attacked in a... politically motivated attack.
Yep. And that was just like one of the few acts of political violence that we have seen. And so she was really like targeted during January 6th.
Yeah, that was that was so long ago when that happened. A couple of years.
Ooh. I guess that's not a good thing to Google.
Like how we've been seeing in the media talking about how only in recent times has political violence increased. It's actually been a steady increasing over many years, and a lot of just...
Oh my gosh, it was literally 3 years ago on October 28th.
3 years ago.
Yeah, that happened. So
but yeah,
we've really spiraled downhill.
We are in a very politically violent time, but it is not a very recent development. It has been exponentially increased by recent developments, and it has been exponentially increase of coverage in recent times.
Yeah.
Because there was actually a big thing of politically motivated actions that were kind of pushed on the rug by the FBI as a way not to create panic within the country against different parties at different times.
Yeah, well, in 2020, Gretchen Whitmer, remember the kidnapping plot?
Mm-hmm.
Remember all those, like, right-wing people who were, like, planning to kidnap her? And then they got arrested before they actually went through with it. And that was something the FBI actually acted on.
It wasn't really covered by regular media because it wasn't that big of a story as at that time.
Yeah, because it was just something that could have happened, right?
Yeah.
So, like, nobody really took it seriously. And then we fast forward to 2 years later, which is crazy because in October, is everyone super violent in October? Is it because of Halloween? Anyways.
I think it's just you reach that point in the year and you're starting to get tired of things.
Oh, yeah, and that's like when the winter, like, blues come in.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh,
Seasonal
the winter
depression.
blues, dude.
That's the reason.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's super fun. But you know what? It's been kind of nice because we're in the middle of November and it hasn't snowed.
I don't like that.
Oh.
I want the snow.
Okay, veto.
I got vetoed.
I got vetoed.
I need
Opinion
67 votes.
67 votes, please. Okay, so anyway, she's 85 years old. She was really heavily targeted during January 6th. Her office was destroyed. If you guys remember, like, I think the guy put his feet on her desk. There's pictures. We'll find them, and I'll show you guys here.
I think they did more things to her desk. If I'm remembering correctly, they did more things. I may be misremembering and remembering a different aspect of January 6th, but I think
many.
I need to look it up.
Yeah, look it up, and I'll go over her. So she's actually served in 4 different congressional districts in California, which is really crazy. She's moved. I'm assuming she's moved, and that's why she did this. Well, obviously, right? Because you have to be a member or you have to be a resident of whatever district you are running for. So if she moved to a different district, then she'd have to run in that district. But the fact that she's been able to, like, move and win isn't that surprising because it's in California. But, I mean, it deserves some recognition and respect. 20 years in politics is going to be how she ends her career, which is still 2 years from now. But she announced that she's going to be retiring. Her predecessor, Mike Johnson, which is the Speaker of the House now, for the majority party now, which is the Republicans. He has been under fire and in the news lately because he has refused to, well, he's been in my news lately because after the election.
He's been in general news lately just because of the shutdown.
Yes, that's actually true. Yeah, and after the election on, I think it was January 4th.
November 4th.
On November 4th.
November 4th was election day.
Yeah, so not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, she won Arizona. Who's she? So, Adelita Grijalva. Adelita Grijalva.
I said that wrong immediately.
That's okay.
The
it's
white
hard.
guy trying to pronounce a Hispanic name and immediately butchering it. Who could have predicted it?
So American. I'm just kidding. So, anyways, she won the 7th Congressional District of Arizona, and she was waiting since November 4th when she got elected. Obviously, like the next day, like when the official results and the letter gets sent to the House to inform them that they have a new member and that they need to be sworn in and like confirming like they won the election by their clerk from that district. So anyways, she is the 7th Congressional District. She won her House. She won her election. She was waiting 50 days during the government shutdown.
7 weeks.
7 weeks. Yep. 7 weeks for...
Longest in congressional history.
Yeah, that someone's had to wait. So not only was it the longest shutdown in history, but also she has had to wait the longest out of everybody.
To be sworn in.
Yep, to be sworn in. So insane. Her constituents, as she was saying on her social media, have gone without the services. She's gone without like being able to actually do something for them. Like, yeah, she held the title, but there's nothing she can actually do. She couldn't access her office.
Yeah, she couldn't do any of the actions of a representative.
Exactly. She had no access to like they were like, oh, you have an office or whatever, and like she had a computer, but she couldn't log into the computer.
Yep.
Those unique credentials.
She needed to get like green flagged in the system after she got sworn in.
Yeah, so it is kind of messed up that they kind of use the government shutdown as an excuse. If you didn't know, they still get paid during government shutdowns. Yeah. The other federal workers, like post office workers, air traffic controllers, they don't get paid.
No, they do not. And there has been a big thing recently about that, but we won't really go into that. That'll be maybe for some other time. But,
yeah, anyway, so she had to wait forever. She finally got sworn in 2 days ago, so on November 12th.
November 12th.
Yeah. So she got sworn in on November 12th, and she literally still went on the House floor and said, I had to wait 50 days.
Yeah.
They are still, since they get paid, they actually have the ability to keep working during government shutdown. Or as AOC said on her social media, it seemed like the Republicans were taking it as a vacation.
Yeah.
But
treating it as a break from the work.
Exactly. And as far as I'm concerned, all I've heard was them not having meetings during this government shutdown until this week. This past week?
Yeah,
we can say this past week.
This past week.
Yeah. So, but now the government is set to open on Monday.
Yep.
Right? November 17th, I believe that is. So that's fun. But I did want to show this graphic that's on the White House. That's on the White House website. I'll just put it the full screen. It's so funny because it's still counting down, of course, until Monday. But it literally says on there, the Democrats shut down the government. And let's just talk real quick about why the government shut down.
Oh, I'm going to keep it shorter than my actual thoughts, because if I do start speaking, we will only be here talking about that.
Oh my gosh, go ahead.
But, so, the government shutdown, when a government shutdown happens, it's essentially the two parties cannot agree on a budget proposal for the next fiscal year. And so when they don't have the budget, they can't spend money. So the government shuts down until they can figure out the budget so that they can actually make that next fiscal year happen. So that's the reason this shutdown happened, whereas we were about to enter the fiscal year, which I believe starts on October 1st. And that's why the government shut down when it did, because they couldn't come up to a consensus before that. And so we rolled over into the new fiscal year, which means we don't have a budget, meaning no money is getting spent, so government is shut down. And as specifically, this government shutdown was no budget consensus, and the Democrats were heavily lobbying for affordable healthcare subsidies to be maintained within the budget, which the Republicans were trying to get rid of, and within the opening of the government that we're seeing, the Democrats did not get any of those subsidies.
But they did get a pinky promise that they'll
Yep.
vote on it
They
next
got a
month.
promise of a vote.
Yeah.
So no actual movement came from this action from the Democrats. So the Republicans weren't right with calling it a Democrat shutdown, but now after the shutdown, it feels
Pointless? Like it was pointless?
It was
Yeah.
where did this effort go?
Yeah, I want to talk about let's see, what is it? The 7,
The 7
Democrats.
centrist Democrats that flipped.
yeah, and the 1 independent that made this government shutdown end, or not made
Yep.
this. I guess it just depends on what you think, right? So these are just our opinions, but they pretty much gave in. And we're like, yeah, we're going to believe the Republicans' promise like the rest of America did when they voted
For Trump.
or
for
just
these Republicans.
for all these representatives and stuff. We believed promises that are getting broken right in front of our faces, but I guess they wanted to give it one more shot and see it again. I think that John Fetterman did say something that I guess it was pretty good. He did say that he doesn't care if it's the Democrats or Republicans. He doesn't want his country to. He doesn't think the country should be held hostage based on their inability to decide. So I get that, and he's right. You know, it shouldn't be us paying the consequences, but at the same time, we're still paying the consequences of you not fighting for something that you know probably is just going to get looked past, or
because
I don't know.
also, for me specifically. I'm fine with someone doing this kind of government shutdown kind of thing, but there needs to be negotiation there.
Yeah.
And also, you need to actually get what you're coming for.
Yeah, because I feel like you can't just give, right?
Yeah.
That's not negotiation. That's a giving time.
Within all of this, I am honestly more mad at the Democrats for not getting anything as of with the end of the shutdown. It's just, it feels so
Snap's
discouraging
getting funded until September of next year.
There is that, though there was the federal judge that blocked the processing of SNAP payments by Trump's order. But within this, it goes into the whole fatigue of the American people within the current two-party system and the current way politicians are. Of people want action. They want to see actual things happening that benefit them. And they're not seeing it from any party. And the thing is, Republicans are taking actions, not helping people. Democrats are not taking actions, still not helping people. That's been the big thing we've been seeing.
Yeah.
And that's why we're seeing actually a wave of this new style of politician.
Like who?
Zoran Mamdani, my goat, my G, my day one. I followed his campaign from the beginning because I saw from the start he was different. He was what the American people have been craving as a politician.
Tell me more about him, just for people who don't know who it is. I don't know who doesn't know who it is.
Zoran Mamdani.
I guess people do.
A 34-year-old city council member or city board member. I can't remember exactly which one. but he was a local official, not a big position. And then he, living in New York, realized there's a lot more that can be done for the people in New York, and I know how to do it. That was his thought process. So he started to do a campaign to be mayor of New York. And he was a completely grassroots campaign, meaning only local people volunteering and local people donating. He had no big budget donors.
Yeah,
was a big thing about his campaign. He was a very much local, like, run-of-the-mill guy running for mayor.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So you'll hear, like, grassroots campaigns or, like, big PACs. Big PACs are, like, billionaires or big companies or corporations that are, like, donating to campaigns as opposed to grassroots. It's grassroots basically means the actual people, right? When you get those text messages that say, I'm running for office, support me, or we're supporting candidates in your area, can you spare $1 today or whatever? Or, like, I'll get text messages that's like, oh, hey, I'm Joe Biden, and you know, I'm like, okay.
I get ones from, I always get ones from Bernie. But
yeah, that's true.
Zoran, just
real quick, sorry, he's a New York State Assembly member.
That's what it was.
Yep.
I knew it was like the city council, city assembly, something of those two. But and he ran on a bid of democratic socialism, meaning like maintaining the current U.S. democratic structure, but implementing more social programs to help underprivileged and people in need. That was his main bid, was just help more people and make things easier for New Yorkers.
My favorite thing about him that I heard was the hunger strike that he did with the union members of the taxis.
Yeah, he did. That was like either early in his campaign or even before the actual campaign. Because he's been a very politically involved and vocal person his whole life, pretty much.
Yeah, in New York.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like kind of like not a surprise.
Oh, yeah. And he's also the first Muslim and first person of South Asian descent to hold the New York mayoral position. And the big thing within the difference from him from establishment Democrats is his interaction with people.
Yeah.
He specifically goes out and interacts with people on the street, went to so many local events, and seemed so much more of a person of the people, as opposed to a lot of people see establishment Democrats nowadays as instruments of the machine of capitalism within the U.S.
Yeah, and money is just so deeply injected into our current politics that it's really hard to find somebody who's like a clean politician. But I actually seen, I think Andrew Schultz, the comedian, I think he asked Bernie Sanders, I don't know if this is right, somebody asked Bernie Sanders who are politicians that aren't like grappled by the hands of like corporations, AIPAC or like just billionaires, right? They're not like controlled by them. And he did say a couple representatives.
Okay, so
anyways, it's Representative Jayapal, and he was just naming a lot of people who don't have like that money influence on them. But we jump back to when Representative Grijalva was getting kept from being sworn into the House. A lot of people were speculating that's because they needed basically one more vote to get the Epstein files out. So there's a couple emails that have come out, and
oh boy, are they a goddamn doozy. They are what we expected, honestly, but also big news.
Yeah, so I'll talk about the only one that I kind of know about, and it's the one that says he's the only dog that hasn't barked.
Yes.
And I believe that was between Epstein or somebody with the last name Epstein.
That was from Jeffrey.
Okay, so that was directly from Jeffrey to Ghislaine, right?
I believe that one was to Ghislaine.
Yeah, and it says that the only dog that hasn't barked is Donnie or Trump, right?
It said Donald, I believe.
Let's see. We'll put it up here just for clarification. So that one came out saying that he's the only dog that hasn't barked, going from Jeffrey to Ghislaine Maxwell. And Ghislaine is like literally in prison right now. And as far as when she's been investigated, she didn't mention Trump at all. Like, they literally, it was kind of just really convenient, right? They're like, oh, we'll go investigate, or we'll go talk to her and see what she says. And they're like, specifically, she did not specifically ever say anything about Trump. And that's like what the headline was about that discussion. And that was it.
Yep.
And so when we talk about, there we go. So now we have the emails up. We'll show them to you in post here. But yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He said it's specifically Trump. He said, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. That was from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell, I believe.
Yeah, it says
Yeah,
G-Max.
to G-Max.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And then she says, I have been thinking about that. So if they were to ask her about it, she could actually have something to say about it, which is crazy, right? Because, like, how are they going to say that they did talk to her and she didn't say anything about that? We are literally seeing these, right? And so I want to get into what this has kind of caused in the past, day.
Do we want to go into the other thing that was mentioned in these release of files?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I only know about, literally the one you told me about. Go ahead, because that's crazy.
In a message from Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, to Epstein, he said, he mentioned messed that up. He told Jeffrey Epstein, to ask Putin about photos of Trump giving Bubba a blowjob. And in American politics, a bit ago, there was a pretty big name with the nickname Bubba, and that was Bill Clinton. So allegedly, according to some of these recent Epstein files releasing, Trump may have given Bill Clinton some sloppy toppy.
That seems so, how is this even, a thing that we're talking about? I don't even,
I
can't even
baffled.
comprehend it. I'm, listening to you say this, and I'm like, this is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing to my very core, hearing that.
As someone who's, interested in politics and pays attention, this is embarrassing to, be like, I like politics.
How is this news? I don't understand.
How is this what American politics have been, just how it has sunk? Because what do you mean we have allegedly a current president gave oral sex to a former president?
And you know what I think's funny? Because, okay, so Trump hated Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
And I'm, thinking, is it because he was jealous of her?
He wanted Bill all to himself. He wanted Bubba all to himself.
I'm just, thinking, I don't understand. He has such this vendetta against her. Maybe they were plotting on getting rid of Hillary so that they could be together.
Grindr releases every year of the Republican National Convention that when it happens in that city, there is a massive uptick of Grindr usage to the point of, server outage.
Of course, this is all speculation and just our opinions. But
well, the Grindr information is stuff they've actually released and said.
Yeah, and what's Grindr for people who don't know?
That is a gay dating app.
Yeah.
The big gay dating app.
The big.
I don't know why
one.
I'm talking about it like I'm Trump talking about a bill, but it's the big gay dating app. It's the big gay dating app.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, everything is clearly speculation based on out of context emails that we have been given by news sources as of late.
Yeah, it was the committee to oversee the Epstein investigation, and it was they subpoenaed the Department of Justice to release these specific files.
Okay.
Because the Department of Justice has thousands and thousands of more files, more pages of files. This was only 200 pages of documents that were released. But these were subpoenaed by that committee. Again, the Department of Justice was subpoenaed by that committee to release these specific files. That's how we got what we have right now.
Oh, goodness. Well,
And
we
then-
will continue because I feel like they were discussing a full subpoena from the subpoena in the Epstein estate entirely
Yes.
to get the entirety of all the files.
Well, that was actually one of the big platforms, Grijalva.
Grijalva. Yeah,
I apologize.
that's okay.
Grijalva was actually running on was the release of the files.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing was her first action in the House is to force a vote to release the files.
Well,
If the
it's in the
vote
next
passes in the
week.
House, then it has to go to that Senate and then go to the president, just like the School of Rock that we were just Schoolhouse Rock. I keep saying it wrong. Schoolhouse Rock that we were just talking about earlier.
Yep. So it'll go through that whole process. Well, let's go. I want to start this little thing called "What in the Word." So basically, it's just defining a word. So I'm just going to pick a word that we've been hearing in politics or in news lately,
Ooh.
and we'll just define it. So subpoena basically is a court order, a court sending documentation ordering somebody to do something. So they could subpoena them to show up. They could subpoena them to supply documentation. They can subpoena them to testify,
Yep.
things like that. So subpoena is basically the court sending you, it's not really a request. It's like an order, which
Yeah.
means it's a demand. So they're
Like,
demanding you to show up
A
to
subpoena
testify.
can't, if you don't adhere to a subpoena, that can lead to a warrant for your arrest. But in the terms of this kind of thing, it's a subpoena just means like you do this thing or there will be legal action taken against you. Pretty much. It's like you do this thing and if you don't, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So that's what when you hear subpoena, that pretty much is somebody is in some legal complication and they are getting asked to represent themselves or represent documentation or represent somebody else or not represent somebody else but testify on behalf of somebody else. So
Yeah.
that's what that means. Subsidy is kind of an easy one to define too. So when you hear like the ACA subsidies, which means Affordable Care Act subsidies, which is what, like we mentioned earlier, the Democrats put on pause in order to be able to
Secure funding for those
Yeah.
subsidies.
to reopen the government. So anyways, they had that promise to secure subsidies. So basically subsidies means an amount of money to fund a government program or organization. So when it's the Affordable Care Act, it was to continue funding the Affordable Care Act to the extent that it's being funded so that people don't have to be taken off or that coverage doesn't have to be reduced or like combed through and only select people get it, right? So it
Yeah.
keeps being pretty much like broad and accessible.
Yeah.
Right.
Broad use.
Yeah.
Broad access.
Exactly.
Public access.
So yeah, whenever they're like talking about subsidies or government subsidies, it basically is like government funding, government money.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's why it was part of the whole shutdown, because the shutdown is about the funding.
Exactly. And you heard that word a lot. We defined grassroots earlier. So oversight committee is a group in the legislative body. So they're people who are given those positions on the committee, and they are responsible for reviewing, monitoring, and evaluating the actions or performances of government agencies. So when it's like, government oversight committee, it basically, they are overseeing a government
Yeah.
organization.
The government.
Pretty much, yeah. So that one's pretty simple. So real big words, real little complications to what they actually mean.
Yep.
It's just like they want, people sound big and fancy, but I think like using everyday words just helps people a little bit more comprehend, or even when you like hear people like say big words like bipartisan, right? Or like you're like, oh, okay, that sounds really like a big word, but it really just means like.
You're going to hear me say a lot of those. I have a tendency to use a lot of big words.
Yeah, and I think
One of
that
my
sometimes
favorite
you
is
hear it in the
zeitgeist.
news. Zeitgeist?
Yeah.
What was it?
Zeitgeist.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what zeitgeist means?
No.
It's like the collective, the defining spirit or mood of a particular period in history as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. So it's just the collective public mindset and beliefs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is a big word.
Yeah, but I use it a lot.
But I use it a lot. Yeah. So anyways, bipartisan is basically the two parties working together and agreeing on something when they usually don't work together or agree on certain policies. So when it's like a bipartisan bill, then that means that both parties are supporting it, or it's being like worked on or negotiated with to be able to please both parties.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, big words like that, but what in the words?
What in the word?
What in the word is that? What does that mean? What is that word?
What is the word?
So I wanted to talk about how Republicans were starting to oppose Trump and how Marjorie Taylor Greene has been leading that movement. Like, she went on to The View and she's been just like calling it out just like blatantly. And I just got a notification from, I believe, oh my goodness, this was supposed to be way faster, but my phone's like, let me lock. Anyways, I just got a notification from, okay, so he's an independent journalist, Aaron Parnas.
Oh, Aaron Parnas?
Yes, exactly. So he just sent out a message because, you know how Instagram you get like broadcast channels? Yeah. So he just sent out a message saying that Donald Trump just pulled all endorsements of Marjorie Taylor Greene. So this is a real test. This is when people start pulling away from Donald Trump. She started the movement. I don't know who else is going to follow.
She was a big part of the beginning of the MAGA movement.
She was a big part. She was that's like why people know her, because of like how far...
Yeah. How much she backed Trump.
Exactly, yeah. And so I think that it's wonderful that she's like, no, he's lying, America first. And that is cool. Yes, please, America first. If that's what you think it means, then you're wrong. But what she is saying, like, no, this is outright not what I signed up for. This is not what he said he was going to do. Mm-hmm. And then now that he pulled endorsements, I think that we're going to start to see Republicans either fall back or completely give in, especially with this Epstein file stuff, because she was vocal about it too, how she was going to vote for it because she wanted to prove, or she just wanted to be like, just have it. She didn't care what it said or didn't say. She just wanted to, like, because she thinks it's wrong. She thinks it's wrong that we don't know. She thinks we have a right to know. And she stood on that, and here we are. Her endorsements got pulled the day after these new additional Epstein emails got released, and she keeps being very vocal in opposition of Trump and the policies and the administration. And you know what? Respect him. Respect Marjorie. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I give you my respect.
Something I thought I would never hear.
I never thought I would say it.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say it. We went to Jewish space lasers, QAnon, Pizzagate, whatever the hell else.
Oh, Pizzagate. Oh my God.
And then...
I forgot about that.
Yeah, all these crazy conspiracy theories. And then, all of a sudden, she has her head on right, and I don't know why.
Head on right about this one topic.
Yeah, and I think AOC literally said, I'll try to find the video, but AOC said that she's like, it's because she wanted to run for Senate, and Trump said that he wasn't going to back her for that, and they ran a different candidate instead. Or they, like, were going to back a different candidate. She kind of
got pushed out.
Yeah, so she was like, you know what? Bet. I'm going to wake up. I'm actually not crazy. Actually, I was just kidding. I was trying to be in with the cool kids, but I realized y'all are nuts. Thank you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. In my personal opinion. Thank you.
I will give her this. I still have all my other problems with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No, yes, of course. We don't just disregard all the stuff. You just, but I just, right now, I think people step up and when they need to, and she did, and a lot of people aren't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That, as I was saying, the American public are exhausted with the lack of action by both sides, especially by Democrats, because it's the bit, as I said, Republicans are taking actions. I do not agree with any of the actions, but they're taking actions while Democrats are just sitting on their hands. That's what it feels like within the current zeitgeist of American politics.
Yeah, and that's fair. I guess that's fair to say. Everyone has their opinions, and that's all this is. But I think that we're going to see some changes, and I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah. I think we are in a wave of revamping of politicians' approach to politics and to the American public, and also a feeling like there's going to be a more of a shift left within American politics because of the kind of pendulum swing after Trump.
Exactly. Either left or we're maybe for some miracle will happen and we'll just be in the middle like the most of the population is. We're back and we're ready to pop right on into our pop culture section.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, so a couple things, big things happening right now is the Grammys. A bunch of Grammy nominations came out, so we wanted just to go through those. The Grammys are an award show for musicians and artists.
Yep.
Musicians and artists.
Composers, producers.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go through who was nominated for Album of the Year. So, for starters, we have Kendrick Lamar for his album. Okay, I'm not going to say the album names, mostly because I don't want to butcher anything that I don't know.
Are we doing Album of the Year or Record of the Year?
Album, right?
Album.
Yeah, so these are the artists of Album of the Year. Assume it's their most recent album because it's this year's Grammys, right? So, okay. We got Album of the Year. We have Justin Bieber.
That's a surprising one to me, honestly.
Really?
I have not heard a Justin Bieber song, like, ever, anywhere, it feels, since 2019.
Wow, that's crazy.
Unless it's like
Daisies?
an old Bieber one. What?
Daisies?
I don't know that song.
Okay. I wasn't a believer, but I'm offended. And then we have Bad Bunny, which Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. We talked about that conspiracy I talked about it with my guest on our last video, if you want to hear more about that. But we can give you a quick rundown. The NFL chose him to perform the Super Bowl halftime show. He announced that he will be only singing in Spanish because that's what he primarily sings in.
I mean, that's all his music.
Yeah, and the world lost their minds and forgot that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. It's a territory of the United States, meaning if you're born there, that you are a United States citizen, for people who don't know. So that's what we were kind of talking about in the last episode. And at some point there was a discussion of like an alternative.
Oh, that makes me... This isn't pop culture. It's more politics.
I know. It's hard to, not cross that line.
Because there's the whole Turning Point USA halftime show with Kid Rock.
Is it actually happening still?
They said they were going to throw it. I don't know if they're following through on it.
Well, we'll see if the alternative halftime show happens.
If they do follow through, it will be a sad, sad event. That's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah. Very racially motivated division there, I think. So then we have Bad Bunny, and then we have Sabrina Carpenter with The Man's Best Friend. Sorry, I love her, so I had to say her album one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and then...
It's also one of the ones that's more likely to win, honestly.
I love Sabrina Carpenter. I feel like her music, so, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can't relate. And then something will happen, and I'm like, all of a sudden, your whole album applies to my life, and that's great. Not that, and it wasn't sad. There's one song called Goodbye.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh, there's this lyric, and I'll put it up here. But it's basically, goodbye means I'm leaving you for life. And then it's excuse my French, but fuck you, ta-ta. And I was just like, that is so cute, girl. I never get goodbyes, but it's nice that she sings about them. All right, go ahead. What's the next one?
After Bad Bunny, Bieber, and Sabrina, there is my favorite of the bunch. One of my 2 favorites. Kendrick Lamar with GNX.
Okay.
The big album of the beef.
The big Drake-Kendrick beef album?
I mean, it's the one where Not Like Us is in it, right? Am
Yeah.
I thinking wrong?
Wait.
Am I
Is there a different album?
I thought it was put in that album.
Is it 2024 as in like album
Or
of the
was
year?
that just a... oh, no.
So what is it?
Not Like Us isn't in this album. I thought it was put in the album. That's my bad. It's just... it's got some other amazing songs in it. This wasn't actually have anything to do with the beef, so I retract my statement. I have made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. You'll get that. But, like, Luther with SZA is on that album. Squabble Up.
That was a good one.
That is
Hey
such
Now.
a good one. TV Off.
Mural. Wait,
Like-
what is it? Like splattered out murals?
Mustard!
Yeah.
That one. Like,
Go up.
Whacked Out Murals?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the one. I like that one. That's my favorite
Whacked
one.
Out Murals, Heart
Yeah.
Part 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all so good.
So good. We're so biased. Okay,
Yeah.
to music. So Kendrick. Okay, this one I'm excited about. Leon Thomas. Because for people who are like, that name kind of sounds familiar, he was Andre on Victorious. I hope I'm not too old and people know what Victorious is.
I know what Victorious is. I
Okay,
never
I'll
watched it, but I know it.
Oh, how dare you. Victorious, Beck,
I
Jade,
wasn't allowed Disney Channel.
Tori,
I know all
Trina,
them. Oh, who's the guy
Kat.
with the puppet?
Robbie.
Robbie.
How dare you. Anyways, I love them. I loved that show when I was younger. Oh my gosh. I thought the tea was so hot whenever Beck and Jade would break up. And now Beck is dating Halsey. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know
Yes, Avon Goya is his real name.
that. They look
But-
like such a perfect couple. They fit each
Dude.
other's vibe
Did you
so well.
see them dancing because Halsey had anxiety, so they started dancing?
That's cute. I didn't see that, but that's cute as hell. Tears.
Tears. Anyways, okay, so I'm super excited for his nomination. Okay, so I'm super excited for his nomination. And then the last one, or last two. So
We got
skipped
two
one.
more.
Mhm.
One, I'm going to leave you with the one.
No, I wanted to leave you with that
No,
one.
I'm going with
No.
my second favorite. Because I said there's top two on
Fine,
here.
go ahead.
He has been... Yeah, on the internet lately, people have been not happy with him, but this is a great album. Chromocopia by Tyler, the Creator.
I feel like people are always not happy with him. He's so
He
cancelable.
Well, he tends to say crazy shit.
Yeah.
Because that's just his whole brand. And he then regrets some of that crazy shit.
Fair enough.
Like,
And
he did say some insane stuff when he was younger and first coming up.
this is Esmeralda. No, my name is... No, Esmeralda, stop.
Oh, that clip is so funny.
Yeah.
I bought her.
I bought her. Oh
She's
my-
mine now.
Yeah, and it's
That
like his
sounds so
cleaning
bad.
lady's daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's super funny. And I think he went to her graduation.
I think so
And
too.
he like
yeah.
yelled. He's like,
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
'Cause
Hilarious.
I also don't even think that's her name.
No, it's not.
No.
It's definitely not. No.
Yep.
Just because Mexican, Hispanic little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, the last one is Clips, Pusha T, and Malice.
We just don't really know this one at all.
At all.
That's why we both were bonding off to each other because we don't really have anything to say about this one.
Yeah.
I mean, Pusha T, an OG,
real word.
but other than that, I got no other
Wait,
words.
Is he the one that said, no, that's Mr. T. Never mind. I actually don't know who that is.
Okay, I need to pull up images of both of these side by side and show you, just because it's kind of funny.
Screen record what you're doing.
I don't know how to screen
You
record,
don't? Me neither.
but
okay.
this is Pusha T.
I know. Okay, now that he's
And-
showing.
This is Mr. T.
Okay.
Pusha
well,
T. Mr. T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very different people.
Super different people. It's the T, dude.
It is
Change
the
it
T.
up. There's so many other letters.
But it is funny to mix those two up specifically.
No, seriously, I was super confused. Anyways, yeah. So those are the album of the year nominees. So we'll let you know who wins if you care, or you'll pretty much find out who wins. I want to know who you think should win. That would be cool. I think it's hard because I love Sabrina, but I love Kendrick, or this album specifically, you know? So I'm just like,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
if you would have asked me a couple months ago, it would have been Kendrick. If you would ask me since this past month, it's Sabrina.
I mean, Man Child is such a massive hit. I love that song a lot myself.
Yeah. It's just she has this, like, I don't know, this, like, twang. Not even a twang. Like, I don't know what she has.
She does
She
have
has
a
this,
little
like, charisma.
twang to her voice.
Yeah, she does.
She has a
I think I should
little,
pick it up.
like, very slight southern twang that I can hear in her voice sometimes.
Yeah, depending on, like, what song. And I like how I just like how her music sounds. It kind of sounds like a little bit like, I mean, it's really poppy, but it just sounds old. And it's also, like, cutesy, but it's also, like, shit-talking. I'm really with it. It's like Taylor Swift's new album. Oh, my gosh. Okay, do you have a favorite song off that album? You're not a Swiftie, are you?
Oh, I am kind of the opposite of a Swiftie.
Okay, well, I'm not a Swiftie either, but I can give a girl her flowers.
I mean,
So
I have a couple of her songs that I listen to here and there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I always listen to her albums, like, all in their entirety, and then I, like, pick my favorite songs and whatever. But I think Father Figure was my favorite song off of her new album, and then followed by Fate of Ophelia, and then Canceled. Honey is a good one. Anyways, just a little Taylor moment.
My favorite is the one where she talks about Travis Kelce's Good D. Sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know why that was I thought of that, and then I was like, I have to say this, I have to say this, I have to say this.
Which one is it?
I can't remember. Wood.
Oh, I'm gonna knock on wood. Oh,
Wood is
that's
about
a good
Kelsey.
one. That's a good one, actually. Super good one. That's a good one. I like that one. That one's so cute. Oh, whatever.
I don't remember, honestly, what any of them sound like.
You gotta re-listen to it.
Listened to it when it dropped, and that's the last time I listened to that album.
Well, I keep listening to it every day in the car. But anyways, Song of the Year. So we can go through those real quick.
Oh, yeah. You want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
I'm going to start with I'm just going to start at the top of the list. It's a one that you've heard pretty much everywhere, honestly, in every store. Abracadabra. That one I've heard everywhere lately by Lady Gaga. Sorry.
What's it sound like?
Abracadabra, da, da, ooh la la, da, 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 da. Something like that.
I don't know. I can't
I've heard
remember.
that song everywhere.
Huh.
It's not my favorite on the list, but I've heard it everywhere. So it is a very popular one.
Okay. Then we have Anxiety by Doechii.
Now, that song gets a lot of flack, but I personally like it a lot.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah. I don't know.
Denial is a River.
Denial. Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Denial is a River.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the one I thought it was. Anyways, so Anxiety by Doechii. Just kidding. That's the one it is. Anxiety by Doechii. And then the next one.
Next one. This one I also love a lot. I've listened to it over and over again. Apathy by Rose and Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that one I've heard a lot. I've heard it a lot, yeah. I don't have it on my phone personally, but
it's so
I've heard it a lot.
catchy.
It is. It super is,
Just the apathy, 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 apathy.
Yeah.
Just sticks in your head so easily.
Yeah, for real. And then, I don't know this one, DTMF by Bad Bunny.
Neither do I.
Well, I think I've heard it, but I just can't tell you much about it right now.
I
Skip.
don't know too much about Bad Bunny, unfortunately. I want to listen to more of his music and learn about it, but I just have never taken the time to listen to his.
Yeah, I would like to be in the fandom, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
I also have weird niche music tastes. Like, one of my favorite bands is a Ecuadorian revolutionary band that has
that's super
less
niche.
than 200 followers.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, they only have like 136 followers. And I somehow know them, and I listen to them religiously. But away from that tangent, we're on to Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh my gosh, I don't know anything about that. My little stepsister is like super like obsessed with K-pop and stuff, but that's all I got.
This movie is really well done. It's one of those really well done animated movies, and the music in it is done so incredibly well. I have actually this song on my playlist.
Oh my gosh.
It is good. I like it.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, it's nominated for a Grammy for Song of the Year.
Be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just don't like cartoons that much as an adult.
Some of my favorite things are cartoons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I mean, some of the best TV shows that have come out as of late, or movies, are cartoons. Spider-Verse, Arcane.
Nope, haven't watched any of those. So we have Luther by Kendrick and SZA.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh, that song.
Yeah, I love that song.
That one's real good. The smoothness in that song. Like, I love the energy of the rest of the album so much, but it is such a perfectly placed song in the album of that, like, wind down, that smooth, to that just, like, classic Luther Vandross vibe, because that's what the song is based off of.
Really?
Luther Vandross. That's why it's named Luther.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they sample Luther Vandross in the beginning of the song, I believe.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I think that's the sample they use, is a Luther Vandross.
Really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really know. I really like that song. I remember one time it played one time in a car. You know, I'm not going to say that. Actually.
That's not for your ears. Or eyes.
Yeah, man.
Sabrina Carpenter, Man Child.
Oh my gosh, I love that song. Such a relatable song.
It's so catchy as well.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Or is he slow?
Yeah. I like when she says...
There's a better word for it. Man Child.
Dude, my favorite part is when she's like, in the music video, and every time I hear it in the song, like even when I'm not watching the video, and she's like, "Hey man."
Yep.
And then it's a pig. It's two little pigs.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so clever, so real.
It is such a good music video and a good song.
Seriously, yeah. So we're so Sabrina coded. And then the last one, Wildflower by Billie Eilish. I cannot think of that one. What that one sounds like.
Unfortunately, am not much of a Billie Eilish fan. Mm-hmm. I know her most famous works, but other than that, I don't really know her music that well. Unfortunate.
I like her. I don't listen to her religiously, but I don't skip her often, when she comes up. So I like her. That's a good song. I like it. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see who wins.
And we'll see who wins and let y'all know.
In all honesty, I'm probably rooting for Apathy the most.
What?
It's my favorite out of them all, I'll be honest. Apathy. It goes Apathy, Luther, Man-Child, then Golden.
I'm going to say it goes... Oh, no, this is hard. I'm going to say 1 for Sabrina, 2 for Kendrick, because I feel like he's going to win something else. And then 3 Doechii, and then the rest 4 Billy. Wait, no. Let's do 3 Billy, 4 Doechii. And the rest I don't really know, so I don't care.
I mean, Kendrick is nominated for 9 different Grammys this year.
That is crazy.
That is a massive amount. And I mean, it just goes to show what a lot of people know. He is one of the best writers and lyricists out there right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, he won a Pulitzer for his writing.
Oh, wow.
Other musicians can't say,
seriously,
they wrote their music so well. Actual, academic writers were like, oh, this is written so well, you deserve recognition for this.
No, seriously, yeah, he does. He is really good. Kendrick's always been, super smart with it, and then, I don't know, I've just always, heard about him, and, even when I wasn't into rap music, you'd always kind of hear that name, and it's always, now I think it's, a household name, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he is someone every musician should admire and aspire to be like.